So, some of these college students are planning to ban Charlie Kirk from YouTube. What is his offense? What exactly is his offense? Today's video is actually very interesting. It's coming from Charlie Kirk. It's titled, "Did hater try to flash Charlie Kirk to get him banned on YouTube?" We're going to be finding out in this video. Before we dive into it, my name is Oge. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, hi. Do want to like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, and drop your comments on what you think about this video. Okay? Yeah, let's just dive straight into the video.
Do you feel proud of yourself for debating college kids who are unprepared to speak in front of an audience like yourself? Hold on. You're 30 years old. We can agree you're 30 years old, right? Do you think that's a little bit silly?
Are you a voter?
When a student goes off this way, I am so sure of how Charlie Kirk is going to attend to this student. I'm so sure of how he's going to address this, because I mean, why come off being rude, arrogant, being silly? Why? Anyway, we're going to see how he's going to address this issue.
Sure.
I am a voter. I'm a registered voter.
I vote and you vote. So I'm talking to voters of this country that will determine the future of Western civilization.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing here today. Yeah? Wait, hold on. How is it any different than a professor talking to you?
Then a professor talking to you? Who are you?
Well, important enough for you to come up to a microphone.
Actually, when I first saw this ad, I thought it was like an improv comedy thing. It looked so ridiculous that I didn't even think it was real.
Well, no, you could see. Look how popular Trump is on your campus. How does that make you feel? That's not comedy. That is a 5-alarm fire for Kamala Harris, because she's probably going to lose Pennsylvania.
Look.
See, she's a Kamala.
No, I just want to be clear. Is there something wrong with
voter.
talking to voters?
No, there's nothing wrong with talking.
Well, that's
to
what we're
voters.
doing here today. It's an open mic.
I think that you push a dangerous agenda.
Such as?
Your stance on abortion rights, for example.
Okay.
Okay, so,
a leftist.
Let me ask a question. What is your name?
Jean.
Jean. And what is your understanding of the current Republican Party's stance
On abortion
on
rights.
federal intervention in abortion?
Okay.
Well, I know that they want to bring it back to the states, right?
So it sounds like you do know that the Republican Party's current stance on abortion is they're against a federal ban on abortion.
I do
And we're
understand
talking about
that,
a
yes.
presidential election as the
Yes.
important election that we're talking about here.
I understand that, yes.
Great. So, again, I think this open dialogue is great. I think it's great you're here challenging Charlie, and I think it's great that he's willing to travel campuses across this country to talk to the next generation. We need more conversation. Now, where's the disagreement, though, on content? Because you could criticize style or why you're talking to people or dunk on someone personally, but where do you actually disagree with
I
the
agree
substance?
with the way that you edit content and specifically frame it so that people look bad talking to you. The way
Does
that
he
you
do
edit
that?
your content.
we post unedited content.
Exactly.
Let me just ask you one thing, though, because personal insults can fly in all directions. Where is an area where you have a disagreement with the conservative movement, with Donald Trump, with Charlie Kirk, perhaps with myself? I was a presidential candidate last year. I think we need to talk about that more in the open, and the more we do, the stronger our country is going to be. We got a long line of people, but I want to hear from you one substantive area where you have an authentic disagreement, and I'd be glad to address it. I'm sure Charlie would too.
You see this abortion rights, whatever, campaign, talking to students, that is not her problem here. I understand her problem. Her problem here is the way he puts out content to make it look like college students are dumb or college students do not know anything, or make it like negative. But according to Charlie Kirk, he says that he posts unedited content. So it is now left to content creators to do whatever they like. And it is not always against college students. I know we've reacted to a lot of Charlie Kirk's content, and he's not always against students. There are some dialogues that actually go well, even though they don't agree on certain conversations, but they go well. He doesn't put you down. He doesn't put students down. I've watched 1,000 of Charlie Kirk's content, and he doesn't put students down except if you come for him straight up. And I've never seen any video where he actually, like, these students can be so silly, like they come for him directly, and all he does is just try to educate them and put them in the right, or just push his own agenda, what he thinks, what he supports, and all of that. I mean, Kamala Harris can go ahead to institutions and colleges and just to do her own campaign and all of that. Nobody's stopping that. Beyond Trump having a campaign for Trump and all of that, he also educates students on so many other things. There's so many conversations that they have that is way beyond politics. So I think that is her argument here, that, you know, they put out content making students look bad, and that is not true. He said he posts unedited content. So a lot of content creators, a lot of YouTubers now go ahead to now recreate and make it look like whatever they want, which is a normal thing. But let's hear what they have to say on this.
Just in anything, political,
relating to any political topic where you have a disagreement. Let's air it.
Okay. I disagree with some of the laws that are being pushed in Congress that are against the LGBTQ community and the trans community.
Okay, so let's talk about that. I'm going to give you my view, and then I want to hear yours.
Okay.
My view is that
that's the way conversations should go.
18 or above, you're free to live how you want, dress how you want, marry who you want if you want, if you're over the age of 18.
I agree.
But you are not free to indoctrinate children in schools who are not yet of the age of consent. You are not free, just as you're a 17-year-old or a 15-year-old can't get a tattoo on their own, I don't think that you should be able to go or until the age of 18. And so the lines that I draw here is that men are free to claim to be women and swim in swimming pools. You're not free to claim trophies in a women's sports competition. You're not free to enter a women's locker room. You're not free to change a language. And you're not free to actually indoctrinate our children who are under the age of 5 in schools. Do we agree on the fact that adults should be able to live freely while still treating children differently? If so, we're on the same side of this issue.
Listen, I agree with the majority of what you said. However, I don't think that you're understanding the implications of
he's not
the laws that are trying to be passed.
Look, we got a head start in the conversation. We got a long line behind you. But my only ask is, forget the personal attacks or the stylistic attacks. Focus on substance. The more we debate that, the stronger we're going to be as a country. Thank you for coming.
Exactly.
I don't think you're focusing on substance, though. That's the issue.
Hold on. Look, he intentionally tried to provoke substance out of you, and you said, well, I'm worried about some laws Congress should pass. I have to ask, what laws are you talking about? Can you be specific?
I'm sorry, I'm very nervous, but this is what you do. This is what you do. You take people and you put them under the spotlight, and you.
Well, hold on. I didn't ask you to come up here. You voluntarily came to the front of the line. You didn't have to do that.
You're purposely antagonizing people on campus, asking people to come up by spreading your weird agenda.
How? What agenda is? I'm confused though.
So Charlie, I'll say this. We'll end on this and we'll go to the next question. When I was 18, and I'm not going to blame you for this, I also took for granted a lot of the stuff that the media force-fed me, because that's what you know at the age of 18. You say there are some vague laws making their way through Congress that are hostile to trans community. I don't think those laws actually exist, but I don't blame you if that's what the cable media is feeding you. But let's get to the specifics, and then we're able to actually have an open dialogue. And that's one of the things I've learned over the last 20 years.
I think that the issue is we're getting our media from different sources. Both people are getting media from these skewed sources. The facts that you're presenting are not always correct.
And that's why we're here with no TV screens between us. So if there are policy-based substantive disagreements, we invite those. I think that's how we're going to get our country back. And as it relates to trans, which you brought up, 18 or above, you're free to live how you want. You're not free to force that onto somebody else, or especially kids. And if we agree on that, we make some progress. Thank you.
I mean, it is not news that a lot of young people have a problem with Charlie Kirk, because they feel like he's always antagonizing young students, who he puts them on the spotlight and he just antagonizes them. I think one person or two persons have come to my comments saying Charlie Kirk is not ashamed of himself. He's always antagonizing young people who cannot stand for themselves and all of that. Firstly, it's usually a dialogue. He has had countless students where they dialogue like normal adults, where they address conversations like normal adults. We do not have to agree, but we can be very civil in our conversation. And he has had countless conversations like that. Why he's here is just so that he can address certain things. And I'm never going to lie that he actually is doing a good job. I know a lot of you guys actually know that Charlie Kirk does a good job. Nobody's stopping Kamala Harris, people that support her, like a strong supporter, doing almost the same thing. As far as they are doing what is right, anybody can go ahead to do whatever they want to do. I mean, so she coming out to say, oh, he pushes an agenda. That is why he's there, so that you guys can talk about it and debate and ask your question. Nobody forced her to come on the spotlight and take the microphone and talk. There are so many students that come, they argue and argue, go back and forth, and at the end of the day, they do not agree on the same topic, on the same thing, and everybody's okay. And everybody's okay. They say thank you, they shake hands, and they go. Anyway, I know that they were not, maybe they did not understand what the young lady was trying to say, which I maybe understand, but I don't think Charlie Kirk is to blame. I don't think he's to blame, and that's what the mainstream is there for. People go out there and publicize news that was never said, and he is saying that he posts videos, live videos. He doesn't edit his videos, so they are usually live videos, and we watch them together. So we see this debate from young students, and a lot of them are knowledgeable. Like the last video we watched, we saw this student that came up to ask very valid question about the elections, Kamala Harris and Trump, and we saw how very intelligent he sounded. He did understand certain things. Charlie Kirk came with his own argument. He came to arguments, asked questions, he asked questions, and that's the way dialogue should go. Not coming up to. Anyway, I would love to know what you guys think about this. I don't think Charlie Kirk can be banned from YouTube because he's doing a fantastic job. Do you know what it means to actually go to different universities to do what he's doing? It's a movement, and he's doing a fantastic job. I'm a strong supporter of him. Sometimes, you know, you don't have to agree with everything he does, but I mean, it's okay. So far, it's a dialogue. He's not pushing any agenda that we think is wild, that we think it's not right. He's doing what I think is right, what I think is okay. But it's okay if you do not agree. Like, I've made a lot of videos where I do not agree with the host or whatever anybody is saying. I say my own, you say your own, and we are okay, we are good. But anyway, I'd love to know what you guys think about this hater. If you understand, not a hater, this lady, what you guys on that, you see this you see the title, did this hater try to flash Charlie? So you see the topic, the titling. So that's one of the problems, and it's not his fault, okay? But anyway, let's know what you guys think. If you understand where this lady is coming from, if you think, oh, if you think you understand her point of view, if you think she has an argument, what do you guys think about this particular video? Your comments and thoughts will be appreciated in the comment section. Do well to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, turn up your post notification bell, drop a comment. This will help with the algorithm of the video. You guys know we are monetized, so please watch my ads, use the super thanks feature to appreciate me for my work. I mean, I would really appreciate it. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.